So 7 p.m. all of you come inside. Yeah.
Mike.
Let us start with the session. So last one small concept which was left, that is called string, that we will finish, and today I'm going to start with the multithreading. Okay. So all of you put that in string function in Python. String function in Python. String function in Python. Okay, what is the string method in Python, that we will understand. So just imagine we are taking one class called book is my class name. which is having one function called def underscore underscore init, which is taking the two parameters that is called book name and author name. And now we are adding self dot name is equals to name and self dot author is equals to author. Now what we are doing, we are creating the object called book, and there I am passing book name is Python, and suppose author I am passing prep. These two things I am passing. And when I am writing the print B, what output we are expecting? We all know. When I print the object, I will get what? That number yesterday I showed you one number. That number will be printed on the screen. You can check it. Right click and run. Whenever I print directly object inside the print, I will get this type of number. Yesterday we discussed about this. But now my requirement, sir, when I print the B, I don't want to print this number. I should get this values, whatever it is there in the object. What is the value we are having? Book and prep. So in that scenario, what I will do is, here I will take one predefined method called string. This is a predefined method. Okay. And here I will write return self dot name space self dot author. Observe very carefully. Whenever I am printing the B, nothing but object, instead of printing the address of that address, I want to print what are the values are there in that object, it should show me. So in real time, you will have this requirement sometimes. What is the requirement? Suppose my code is totally designed in some other country. I am fetching the address from the, suppose some class is there, that class details I am taking. So I want to check the details of that class. So I will tell you that person, whenever you're writing that class, please write the string method so that I can check what is there into your class. So it will be easy for me to find out the details. So that time we will go with this method called string method. So string method is a predefined method. Okay, string method is a predefined method. Whenever you print directly object will internally call the string method. If you don't write string method, reference will print. That reference is there now, main something. So that will print. If you write the string method, then whatever you return here, what is the return? Self dot name concatenation self dot author, means name space author details will be printed. And that is only the use of what? This method. Are you getting clarity? String method. String method means you write like this, double underscore str double underscore. That is called string method. Okay. Copy this. Write a Python program for string method and copy this. This is about string method concept. The very full strength is there. Why? Last topic we are introducing ourselves. It's an important message. Next question. Sirisha, did you get the call for second round?
No, sir.
Your voice I am not getting, Sirisha.
No, sir.
Oh, okay, fine. I spoke with them. Might be tomorrow they will say. Okay. Okay. So now the thing is, sir, we are going to start the very important concept that is called multithreading. So what is multi-threading and why do we require the multi-threading, that we will understand. So what is the meaning of multi-threading first, that we will understand in the simple words. Just imagine I'm having, suppose this is my system. Just imagine in a simple example I will try to explain. On my system, how many things you are able to say? Suppose Zoom software is on, right? Plus I'm using Notepad. Plus just imagine I'm having PyCharm is open in my system. Plus Chrome is open. So these are the different process we have. Okay, this is one process called suppose this is a Notepad, this is Zoom, this is nothing but Google Chrome, and one more is suppose PyCharm. Like this, these are the four things are there. This four, all the processes are independent processes. All are running parallelly. That is called multitasking. What is the definition of multitasking? When multiple processes are working together independently, that is known as multitasking. Multitasking is all are running parallelly only. Okay, but if I close suppose PyCharm, any problem to the rest of the three? No. If I close second one, any problem to rest of the things? No. Means all are independent. That is called multitasking. So then what is multi-threading then? So simple. Sir, in my program, suppose example, two logics are there. One is having sum logic, one is having multiplication logic. This code is independent, this code is independent. Okay. But when I want to run both together, that is nothing but multi-threading. To understand this, let us take one small and simple example. You will get more clarity about the multi-threading concept. So just imagine we are writing in my program. I'm taking one function called def display. I'm writing for loop for I in range of 10. Print. This is display. Okay. I'm calling the display, and then one more for loop I will write. And this logic is nothing but this is main. This is main. Sir, if I run this program, what output I will expect on the screen? This is displayed 10 times, and after that, this is main 10 times. That is about 101% sure. There is no change in the output. Run the program and cross check it. Can you see? This is displayed 10 times, and then this is main. Run one more time. Save. If you execute 1000 times, there is no change in the program. Sir, why? Right now, in my program, only one person is there, and that person name is main. What is that person name is? Main. And that main is calling both the tasks. Who is calling both the tasks? Main. First, main is calling the display, and after display is finished, then it is calling the main. Actually, that is also a thread, but the thread is only one thread who is working both the tasks. But both the tasks are dependent or independent right now. You tell me, this logic having any dependency on this logic? No. This logic is having any dependency on this logic? No. Means both are what? Independent logic. When the logics are independent, then I can use the multi-threaded application. Sir, multi-threaded means what? Sir, right now only one thread is calling both the things, and that thread name is main thread. So remember one thing, in the interview, if you get a question, sir, how many threads will be there in the program by default? The answer is what? One thread, and that thread name is what? Main thread. Everybody able to understand? Practically I will show you. Don't worry about that. Sir, I want to create multi-threaded. Multi-threaded means one person will call the display and one person will call the main. So already one thread is there, main. How to create the second thread? To create the second thread, we need to write from threading import start. So which model we are importing? Threading model. To create a thread, we should create the object of thread class. Which class object is created? Thread. And that thread work is what? Called which method? Display method. Observe very clearly. I am assigning the work now. I will say start. Sir, I am creating which class object here? Thread class object. Okay. And thread class is calling which method? start. So remember, internally one class is their thread. Imagine everybody. Internally one class is their thread. Already you know how to create the class and all. In that class, there is a method called start. So I am calling t.start. Sir, what is the logic they have written inside the start? Inside the start, they written the logic to create a thread. What is the logic they written? Create a thread. So, and that thread name, whenever I write that one, that thread name will be thread 0. So previously only one thread was there. What is the name of the thread? I said main. What is the thread of the name by default? Main. Right now I created my own thread. What is the thread name we will get? Thread 0. So total how many members are there? 2 members. Sir, thread 0 work. Target what? Call the display. So what is the work of thread 0 to call? Display. Now that main is there. What is the role of main? This main will always call the code which is outside the display. So which is outside the display? This code. So this code will call by the main. So total how many persons are there in my program? 2. Practically I will show you. Don't worry. Everything just I am explaining. Practically I will show you. So 2 persons are now. Previously 1 person was going and doing the 2 tasks. So obviously one after another. Now 2 persons are doing work parallelly. How output will come? Mix. How it should come? Mix. Let us check. Run the program. See, previously, suppose example, one task is 1 second, so it was taking 2 seconds. But now 2 persons are doing 2 tasks, so in 1 second both will finish. Am I right? Let us run the program and check it. How it is coming? Mix output. Few points you have to remember here. What are the few points? To use the multi-threading, first thing, both the concepts should be independent. Means the display is not dependent on main and main is not dependent on display. Point number 1. Point number 2, you cannot expect which one will come first. Let us see here. Right now, I am running the program. Display is coming first and main is coming second, but not necessary. It could be anything. Now check it. One more time. Whatever the output, we cannot expect. Display is coming. Now, one more time. One more time. Can we expect the output? Answer is no. So when you are not expecting, see, multi-threading, few points to be remembered. Output is not fixed. Any order it will come. Sir, suppose my requirement, my task should be done, sir. Doesn't matter who is coming, but both should be done faster. So that is the point number 1. Suppose example, I will tell you best example for this one. When to go for multi-threading, when not to go for multi-threading. So suppose example, match is there. Match is good. Best example is quick bus. When suppose example, just imagine Virat Kohli is on the field and he hit the sixes. When he hit the sixer, scoreboard will change. On the TV, it will show the video. Umpire will raise the hand. All these actions are there. So who is doing first, who is doing last, doesn't matter. But all should do means complete or not. That time this multi-threading is the best example where multiple things are running parallelly. And doesn't matter who is coming, only we need to be finished at a time. That time we need the concept of this multi. Okay, so this is the first example of multi-threading. Now, so in this one, total how many threads I got? So how to remember? By default, one thread is there, that is main. And second, whichever we created here, how many threads we created, that many it will create. Right now, I created only one thread. So whenever I create the thread, it starts from thread 0. Suppose I created 3. So thread 0, thread 1, thread 2. Okay, let us see the names of this thread. I'm writing print display called by comma current thread. So how to check who is calling this? I will write current thread dot get name. So it will tell me who is calling display. Same thing I will write. Who is calling this main? Outside when I write, it will call by main called by who. Okay, so 2 persons will come. One is thread 0 and main thread. Just check it. Just we have to check that names. Doesn't matter. Display called by whom? Thread 1. Actually, it is not thread 0. It is thread 1. Actually, in Java, it is thread 0. Here it is thread 1, thread 2 like this. In Java, it starts from 0. And main called by what? Main thread. So total how many persons we got it? 2 persons. So basically, you got the idea about what is multi-threading when multiple independent logics are there. So in the starting, I told you, it is taking a lot of time to execute the code. I want to make it faster, so all should run together. Then this is the concept is here. Example, I told you, cricket is there. They have made the application where multiple things want to run parallelly. Then go with the multi-threading concept. Sir, in my system also, so many things are running. Can you imagine how many threads will be there in my system? In the backend? Then check it here. You can check it practically. Okay, here it will show somewhere. 2340 threads are running in behind. All are parallel. One will sound will on, one will video will on, one will like recording. Lot of things are running in the backend. So how many software you open, that many that threads will be backend running. Okay, so like this multi-threading will come into the picture. Okay, so first we'll write the multi-threading. It will go very long. This is a starting introduction I started.
Sir, quick doubt here.
Yes, please.
So for every method, will it create a thread or?
It depends on our requirement. Like suppose example, 4 methods are there. Okay, I want to run 4 method parallelly. Then 4 threads will create. Every thread will assign the task.
Okay. So till yesterday, we were running all our programs with one thread, main thread.
Yes, always till now, whatever programs we did, that is a by default main thread.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
So if we want to create a multi-thread, there should not be any dependency between the methods or classes.
Yes, it should be independent to use the multi-thread.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. Yeah. So I'll put that in multi-threading first, and we'll have the quick definition of multi-threading. Do one thing. You write like this. I will tell you here. First, you write multitasking, 2 type process and thread based. In the process, only 2 lines you write. In the thread, you write this 3 lines. Okay, up to your copy. Understand first. You write the first multitasking definition, then types of process and thread. This process definition you write, only 2 lines you write, and then jump to the thread directly. Okay, here only 2 lines and then threading. Whatever it is there on the screen, you write. Are you able to see this? Yes, without example. Yes, copy this first. Yeah. Copy this. One second, please. Have you written that process based? Right, thread based. Thread based multitasking, all of you copy. Only that up to call the thread, up to here only you have to write.
So do we need to close this thread as well?
Means close means
When we create the thread, we need to end it, right? After
No.
the task.
No, nothing. It will be automatically. Yesterday we discussed about garbage collector. No? That will take care of this part.
Okay.
Have you done this? Okay. Next is this is about multi-threading and this. Now, sir, what exactly multi-threading and how to implement in Python? So there are three ways to implement the multi-threading. So write down the ways of creating thread in Python and write these three ways. The ways of creating thread in Python. We can create the thread in Python by using three ways: creating a thread without using any class, extending thread class, and extending thread without thread class. Done. Clear? Right. First, these are the three ways. Okay. Sir, in that one, the first way we are going to discuss right on creating a thread without using any class. Means without using any class, how to create a thread. That first heading you write and write this program. So whatever we discussed just now, that is a what? Without using any class. Without class. Right. That first heading you write and write this program. This line is just to understand which thread is working back end. Okay, once you practice and after the 3 pro program, then no need to write that stuff. Understood? Okay, see here. So can you just tell us little like in the real time way so that we can get more clarity? Okay, understand. Sir, I will remove the main code right now. Sir, display, previously if I call display, it will print the output one after another, 3 times it will print. Okay. Now suppose example, I want to call display 3 times. Suppose example, you went to the what we call to book the railway ticket or something. Many people are going to access parallelly or not? Yes. So that time what, suppose just imagine, here I will change the message that, okay, if you want to see the, what I want to say is, practically you understand. I'm taking the name as a variable. I will write name, comma, is booking the ticket, is booking ticket. Suppose real time on ticket concept we are understanding. And I'm calling the, without multi-threading how it works, that I'm telling you first. Display, I'm writing the name as frame. Display, I will write as Roshan. And third display, I will write as PR. Total how many people are going to access? 3 people. If I run this program, so output will come 101% one after another. You can check it. First frame is coming, then Roshan is coming, and then PR. Suppose frame is taking more time. Just imagine frame is taking 10 seconds to finish this task. How to add the time in between? I will write import time, and what method I will use? Time.slip. Time.slip 1 second. So time.slip means after printing this name, it will give 1 second gap, then second will print, then third will print. Just observe here. So frame is taking 10-second time. After 10 seconds, Roshan will get, and after 10 seconds, third person will get. So time is taking more or not? Yes. So now my requirement, I want to use multi-threading up. Now I have to apply multi-threading so that my task, all 3 will get together. Then how to do that? So what is the step number 1 I told? Create a thread. What is the target? This thread target is to call the display. Sir, if multiple methods are there, they will call their respected method. Okay, it is not. Suppose book my show is there. One people want to book one movie. Second person want to book second movie. How many are there? Everybody will access. Doesn't matter, same or different. But parallelly they are accessing, that we want to see it here. T dot which method? Start. So one thread got created. Second thread, third thread. But make sure object name should be different, because real time person will be the separate. 1, 2, and 2. Now, so how to pass that argument? So here you have to write args arguments in bracket. What is the name? Suppose I am taking here frame, but one argument is comma. Why comma, sir? I am writing comma. Can anybody tell me? Anyone in the class? In your 35 student around, can anybody tell me?
For copying display name.
For name.
No, that is not a problem. My question here is what? My question, what I ask, why I am giving comma there?
To pass more values.
Huh? Why we are writing comma? I told you this is very important when I taught this topic.
Sir, it is a tuple.
Tuple. It is considered as what? Tuple. And tuple, when we are writing, when one value is there, comma is one. You have to remember that concept. Very important. I told you that time. In real time, whatever project will pass the value, one value is there, then comma will come. Even when I start with the projects of your GUI, you will understand. Many time I will use that comma. You have to remember that. And I told you that time when I was teaching, you should remember, it is very important. Now, how many people are there? 3 people. Let us run the concept
31.
and check the output. Frame, Roshan, PR software. Frame, Roshan, PR software. And that order can be changed. Sometimes Roshan will come first, but 3 are working together or not. Previously it was taking 30 seconds. Now it is taking how many seconds? 10 seconds. How many seconds? 10 seconds. Because all are working what?
सब मिक्स कर दिया उसने. PR software, Roshan is.
What happened? What happened, Chetan? Any doubts?
Sir, I was asking that it output comes random.
No. Output will come randomly. We cannot consider the output. I told you no, random output will come. But all are working together. That is I want to show. All three are coming together.
Okay.
You want to see more? I will give you a 2-second gap instead of 1 second. Easily you can see. 3 people are coming, then next 3 will come. But when next 3 are coming, order is changed. Okay, but 3 will come together, that is for sure. Everybody able to understand? Okay, now we understand. Here one more thing. Sir, I want to see the names of their threads. How to see the thread name? What to write I told? Print current thread dot get name. So I will get only 3 names that I want to check it. And I will do one thing. I will give here gap of 5 seconds. So easily it will come all the 3 names in between disturbance will not come. Thread 1, thread 2, thread 3. Everybody. So how many threads are there? That many times you means just real time. Every application is multi-threaded. That is 100 nowadays. Without multi-threading, there is no application. Point number 1. Point number 2. That thread is nothing but you. When you log in into any website, is nothing but one thread is created. Why? Because the thread is nothing but in same program we are sharing the memories. Are you getting? That's why multi-threading. Without multi-threading, there is no real-time application will happen. Everyone clear with this topics? Anyone having any doubts still? Write the second example in the first only. Continuation of that one. Example number 2, I explain in a different way. Still, anybody having any doubts can ask, guys. Generally, basically, what you have to understand, what is multi-threading and how it works. So I hope very clarity you got it. Rest of the topic just now related to this one only. It is very easy now. If you understand, then this means your almost multi-threading is done.
Sir, this is like second example, no?
Yes, it is just a second example. Means instead of writing multiple code in one code, also multiple people can call at a time. That I'm sure.
Okay, sir.
Sir, every time we have to write current dash thread dot get name.
That is for your understanding. Means right now I want to check now thread is created or not. So I'm just checking. But when we go for the coding, no need to write. That is for just your understanding.
Okay, sir.
Hmm. Hmm. T is equals to thread means when I said, suppose example, I want to assign this task to one of the person. So when I thread is an internal class which will create a thread and call this method internal. Okay. So that's why if it create the thread, then only that multi-threading will work. Otherwise it will not. Yes, creating a thread. Okay. Now, second way. So second way is what? Just suppose example, I want to use the multi-threading. First way is we have seen multi-threading without any class. I wrote this program without any class. Okay. Now the second way is what? I want to use the multi-threading with class. Okay. So the same thing, everything is same. Just my code I will write inside the class. Class, suppose example, test. Any name you can write. Okay. And this method will come inside. And when it come inside, what to write? Self. Now you tell me, when I want to call the class method, can I call directly? How to call? We have to create object. How to create the object? I will write here. T1 is equals to test because T already created, so we can't take the test. And when we are calling the display, we have to call what? T1 dot display. So this is the second example of multi-thread. First way, I told you everything is same. Only thing is, sir, I want to use the class. Then you have to go with this method. Sir, I don't want to use the class, previous method, because sometimes in real time logic will be, I don't have small logic is there. I don't have class and object. I will go with previous example. So same with the class. If I want to use multi-threading, use this concept. See here also mix output will come. Run the code and you can call it. Are you getting this? Write on this. Third heading you write. There 3 points you have written, 3 ways. In that one, third way it is there. Creating a thread without extending thread class. Means I didn't extend the thread class and I'm writing third way. Second, I will tell you after this. First you write third way. This is creating a thread without extending thread class. That is third point which I gave now, that you write. Everything is same like previous days. Only difference is this is inside the class, that was outside the class. Rest nothing difference is there.
Sir,
Sir, charging, sir. Sir, pop up. Battery low pop up.
Have you written all of you? Okay. Now the next third one. Sir, third concept is third. Now the third concept is what? So suppose example, I do not want to use the display name. Sometimes what happens? There are two ways are there inside the class. One way, sir, I want to write my own method name. Then I have to use without extending the thread class. The next way is what? Sir, I want to take the extend the thread class. If you extend the thread class, then you cannot write your own method name. Method name will be compulsory run only. What is the method name? Run only. That is the point number one. Advantage is what? Sir, here we no need to create the extra variable. If I create the T1 dot start directly, if I call directly, it will call the run method internally. Sir, why that is not? No need to create the object in the thread at the bottom. Understand? Sir, already I extended thread class internally. Means that class property coming into my class or not? Yes. So I am calling start. That start will internally compulsory. What is the method name they have given? Run. So that start method is internally calling which method? Run method. Previously, if my method name is not run, I can write any name or not? Yes. So in that case, you should tell the target what method you want to call it. But now you told to the program, sir, I'm taking the thread class. It means compulsory which method I will write? Run method. Then that's why here it is not recommended to call the targeted method. Okay. Sir, let us run and check it. Sir, I'm giving run method, so my output is coming. Okay. Sir, but if I do not give the run method, I try to write display method. Which method I wrote? Display method. Now you check it. Display will not call. Why? Sir, as per if you call the thread method, which method is mandatory? Run method. But run method did I override? No. If you want to give other method name, then previous concept you use. If you want to extend the thread class, then compulsory which method you have to call? Run method. Why? Because when you call the start method will internally call that run method concept. Okay. So this is the third way. You have to write that second heading as third. Second heading as third by extending the thread class. Any doubts anybody having can ask.
Done, sir.
Here one thing guys, those who didn't download the software called MySQL, in the group today, I will share you the link of MySQL plus how to install that. Both the things I will share you.
Okay.
Download that and try to watch the video and set up that things. Okay. And tomorrow's class, make sure it should be ready because I will give one more video to practice the MySQL also. Because this weekend, those who didn't attend GUI and MySQL, for them I will conduct the separate classes. So these are the three ways we have discussed. Let us go with the next concept here. So I extended this all the three ways we discussed. Okay. So setting and getting the name of a thread. Sir, I told you to get the name, but what if I want to change the thread name? Suppose just imagine I'm writing thread 1, thread 2, thread 3 like this. Suppose 60 threads are there in my program. Suppose problem I'm writing the current thread like this, it is running. Some threads are working in future. Actually, some thread will get deleted and these things. I want to check which thread got deleted, which thread not got deleted. So when thread is not get deleted, it is showing it thread 1, thread 50, thread 25 like this. It is showing. Sir, what is 25? What is 10? What is 1? I will not remember all the 60 logics now. For which logic which thread is working. So in that case, I can set the every thread name so that if any problem comes, I will understand. Okay, this is the this so and so person having the problem of this thread. So how to get and set the thread names? So there, if it is current thread and here you want to set, so you can write like T1 dot set name. Okay, but make sure before starting the set, you have to set the name. How to set the name? Right now it is giving what is the thread name it is giving? Thread 1. What is the thread name it is giving? Thread 1. If you want to check, you can check it. Run the program and check the thread name. I will get what? Thread 1. Sir, I want to change that thread name. So I will write T1 dot set name. Set name, what is the thread name? Let us say run. Any name you can give. That is depends on the logic, but right now, what is the logic there? Run. So my thread name I am changing to run. It means it is calling run method. That is meaning of that. This is main run. Are you getting this? So nothing but what? Name change to what? Run. So like this we can get and set, but simple way I will tell you. Print. So what is the by default current thread name? Main thread. What is the sir? By default is not a main. When I sorry thread 1. Thread 1 when I create that is thread 1. By default is what? Main thread. So right now I will get main thread. I want to change that name. I will write current thread dot set name is equals to PR software system. Print again current thread dot get. So my name will change to what? PR softwares. Main thread and PS. Everybody clear with this? Write a Python program to get and set the thread name. Write a Python program to get and set the thread name. To get and set the thread. Write a Python program to get and set the thread. So like this, we can set and get the thread name. Next, thread identification number. Here you see, so thread identification number means how we get the thread name. Similarly, every thread will have the number. So in that program only, instead of writing the new thread, I will just write there only. T dot indent means number of thread. Like that, we are giving the this thing now. I can write print current thread dot get indent. I will write. Indent means what? Number of that thread. Like name is there, every thread will have number also. So in that program only you copy one line. Indent. After the indent you write, it will give thread number. Hash. In the last program only it will write continuation of that line. It will give thread number. Instead of writing new, in that only you write.
So usually GC logs will get these thread numbers, right?
GC log, actually GC log directly, actually generally what happens, not only numbers, it depends on like whatever the memory is free, it will just get and print it. It name also, GC log will not need any number or something, whichever comes to their era, it will delete.
Yeah, but how to identify which object is occupying the memory? So we get hashtag, right?
No, we don't give anything. See,
Okay.
something what will happen in simple word, if I want to tell is, one thing I will tell. Suppose this is your program is running and this is a garbage collector area. So whoever is completed the work, that will go to the garbage collector. Garbage collector will delete. It doesn't matter that they do not read any number, name, nothing. That area is finished, it will come. So we cannot say garbage collector need the number or something. Okay, but how, which is deleted, how to check, that I will show you practically here. In it will come in coming here or next.
Yeah, actually why I asked is in Java we'll get those details, right? Some hash number will be there when we take out the thread dumps and all. That will refer the which object created and which thread is running.
No, here also we are getting, no? Here also we are getting the numbers and all the stuff.
Okay.
Okay, here also we are getting.
Yeah, whatever object name we are getting, that will come, right? Object name.
Object in the Java also it is same terminology. In Java also nothing new. If you can compare Java with this thing, both are same only.
Okay, fine.
Let us come to the next. Next is here. Indent is done. Active count. Now this is very important concept. Now your question you will get clear here. Suppose just imagine I'm having the 3% calling my code. Suppose this is my display code is there. Name. Target display. Or first two. And one more is there. Suppose 2% are even. And one more will take it. Sir, how many threads are there in my program right now?
3.
How many threads are there?
3 threads, sir.
3 threads. Look at the program properly. 4 threads are there. Main also there, no, sir? I told you to
Yes,
count
sir.
main always. Okay. So total how many threads will be there? 4 threads.
4.
Now observe very carefully what is happening. Okay. Sir, when I am running this program, what I want to check is, I want to check the how many threads are active in my program. How many threads are active? I will write here print active. No, we have to write threading dot active count, I think. Okay. Active count. So how many active counts are there? I want to check it that. Run the program. Total 4 threads are there actually. Okay. But when active counts will come, somewhere that number will be printed. How many threads are there active? 4. Everybody able to understand? One and more time we will run it. Right now it is showing 4. Let us check now. How many it is coming? 3. Sir, but in my program, how many threads are there? 4. Previously it showed properly, but now 3. So why? Observe very carefully. Sir, 4 people started running together. Thread 1, thread 2, thread 3, and thread 4. Total how many threads started together? 4. Active count is one person who will come and monitor their work. But when first time he came, all were working, he saw that one. Second time when he entered, before entering him, one person completed the task and went away. You can check here. In this one, any one person has completed the task. Prem has completed the already task before that active count comes. So because all are working parallelly, even active count, but suppose first person got total empty face. Sir, 4 people are going on the road and one person got, when he entered, totally empty road was there. So he went very fast. So similarly like that. When Prem is entered, he found all the ways empty. Immediately he completed the task before active count comes. So how many threads left? 3 threads left. Are you getting? So active count will show the only active threads name. Sir, whatever you are saying, how we should believe? Let us check. Always you want to see the active count. So what I will tell you here, print. Okay, instead of print, time method. What is the time method? Slip method I have. Import time dot slip. Time dot slip. Slip of how many seconds? Suppose let us say 4 seconds slip I will give. So obviously 4 seconds everybody will stop before starting the work. So within the 4 seconds 101% active count will come, count and go. Now you check, always you will get only 4 threads. Are you getting? Always that way. Why? Because if they are waiting 4 seconds until that active will not come. And within the 4 seconds definitely active will come and work done this. So that's why like this we can see the active count. Now one more concept. Sir, active count is there. This active count is there. But I want to print that active count names also. What I want to do, I want to print the active counts name. How can I print? So I will write L is equals to enumerate is one method, which will print all the active thread names. What method? Enumerate. So run the program. So now we have to check that thread name, thread 1, thread 2, somewhere it will come. See. Main thread is an active thread. Now here one more concept is there. Sir, when I started the printing enumerated, no, before that all the 3 threads completed the term. Only who is left? Main thread. Run the program again. Now how many threads left? Main thread, thread 2, thread 3. See, third, second, and this. First one got completed and he went up. Are you getting? So like this, I'm showing you everything practically because these are very important. When you go to real time, you should know all this stuff. Okay. So like this, you can see the active thread. Sir, I want to check who is active. You can write that thread names. So instead of thread name, you can set the names properly to in the see that concept is real time. When you go to your project concept, you will understand how they retrieve these names and all. That completely documentation part will be there. And one thing you remember in multi-threading, as a beginner developer, you will not get chance to work because multi-threading is somewhat very important code where you have to connect all this stuff. Everybody able to understand? So what point we understood here? How to check the active count and how to check the active count names of a thread. So what method we'll use? Enumerate method. Everyone clear? So write a Python program to check. Write a Python program to check active count. Write a Python program to check active count and write a Python program to check active count and active thread names. Active thread names. Okay, both I showed. So quickly copy this.
Say scroll down bit.
Sorry. Oh, sorry. Huh. Huh. ये वाला अच्छा ये टाइम का बोल रहा है नहीं ये ट्रेडिंग का जरूरत नहीं वो शायद पहले के कोड का वैसे रह गया ऑलरेडी वी डिड ना नॉट रिक्वायर्ड दिस Done. Okay, next. Yes.
Total number of threads. Total threads.
That is only so the active count is nothing. Total threads is nothing but that is also available. One way is already I told make a time dot slip and it will print the total number of thread. That is a one way as there. And if you want to take for that also one method is there. One. No, it is counting, but that is only active count is doing. So what you can do is there, just you can write one time dot slip to check the total number of threads. That is a one way you can do it. Let me just check any other special method. I don't think so. It will be there. Okay, if it comes, I will show you. Otherwise, that one way already I showed you that you can follow that. You can just put the time dot slip. Second is alive. So suppose example, I want to check independent thread whether it is alive or dead. So how we check? active, like that you can write T1 dot is alive to T2 dot is alive. So it will give you what, whether the thread is alive or dead. So in the last program only you can write this one more line. Here you can write print T1 dot is alive. It will give thread is alive or dead. Alive or dead means true or false. Okay, alive or dead means true or false. So if your thread, in that 3 threads are active, so which thread that will give alive, which is not active, that will give false. Alive means true, or true means alive, false means dead. T1 dot is alive, it will give you thread is alive or dead. Clear? Next. Join method. Okay. So we'll do one thing. From join method, we will continue the tomorrow. It will take around more 40-45 minutes of class tomorrow of multi-threading. Tomorrow I will finish out the entire multi-threading concept in tomorrow's class. Any doubts up to here? Anybody having? Okay. And morning 12 o'clock student, you can come in the morning only. If you're having any problem, you can continue as usual your time. And link I will share in the group 11 and 12 both the students. Okay. Those who are attending 11 and 12, no need to come in the evening hours, guys. Okay. Thank you.